Welcome to Vice Grip Garage. Today's episode, work continues on the 1950 Ford GT500 tractor here, and she's a good unit, you know, don't get me wrong, but she's just been giving me fits. So today I got to rebuild the whole fuel system and tune her up, probably even drain the fuel tank. Great. Guy searched the interwebs for a carburetor kit and just wasn't finding what I was looking for. So I did the right thing and just bought the cheapest entire carburetor I could find. And well, she's from India. I'm sure that's gonna work just fine. Haven't checked if she fits or nothing yet, you know. Yep, that's close enough. And then I got some sparkulators we'll throw in her, and then we got a tune on it, you know. And if all goes well, she'll be singing a tune to us by dinner time, because I got work to do around here. I gotta quit messing around. This is serious. Guy hasn't seen this fireball up here in about 9 months, give or take 9 months. And I mean, she's hot. I mean, this snow is melty, and I gotta get it out of here. I got snow sliding off the shed, and it's coming down, and you know, I gotta get this out and get some earth showing. It's a good opportunity. I gotta get this thing fired up and working. So I'm gonna get some expert tools and dig right in. I don't know where a guy got this universal toolkit, but she was the best $27.32 I've ever spent. Minus tax, of course. Check your local and state laws for that. Missing a ½ inch, but good thing a guy always carries one of them. First step, I think, is we're going to get the music pipulator out of the way. I don't really need to, but I just don't like looking at it, so let's start there, I guess. I think I need a... what is this one? I don't know. Medium-sized wrench. Nope. I need the other medium size. Yeah, that's what I meant. I got the pipulator's holder-on clamp 30 off. I'm thinking I got to get the whoop-de-woo out of here and get this snagged out, and then I got a little more room. And this should be easy. It just got throttle, choke, fuel line, and these two nuts here, and you should just plop down, you know, but I got everything in the way, and it just ain't moving, you know. Can't even tell you how upset a guy is that there's a 13mm on this tractor. I'm gonna fix that, I guarantee it. Let's focus on the positive for a second. Whoever made the 86-foot extension is my hero. I mean, I could see it in development phase, you know. I just don't want to reach in there. So let me get this pole and just hang her out here, and that way, you know, I don't have to do nothing. It's just genius. Am I done yet? Get out of here. Oh, is this gonna fit? I don't think it is. Fight. Sometimes you gotta pull hard. We gotta part the fire. It's fine. It'll go away eventually. Guy's got way more room in here now, and the music pipe, she grounded out on the old positive on the alternator there, and in 1 or 2 repair manuals it says unhook the battery in the unit, but we just keep fighting forward here. You know, we're not that close to fuel, it's fine. You know, guys don't have tractors open manifold very often, so we better just test on it. Make sure that it still runs. I mean, that was worth it. I wanted to test on this, and I got the petcock cranked all the way open, and she just ain't, you know, it's not percolating like it should, so that's part of my problem is the old fuel tank in here. She's jammed up. So we got to clean that for sure. Otherwise, it's just, you know what I'm saying. You got it. The old fuel maker happener, she auto-ejected. Here it is. I don't know. I mean, first glance, she looks pretty clean on the inside, but let's throw her up on the bench, you know, and we'll tear into it and see what we got. Yeah, that's good. Well, medium good news. These units seem to be relatively close, so you know, we've got about a 39.16 repeating chance of this working today, that's fine. This one here, she's been beat on like a cabin screen door. I mean, there's marks all the way around this thing, so she's had a fuel problem for a while, but guy just isn't, you know, wholly convinced that she was the old carburetor here. Might be fuel line issue or plugged fuel tank, but let's dig in and see what that says. Okay. Come on now. Come on. Here we go. Oh. Yeah, we got junk in here. What is that? Might be hard for a guy to see on the camera, but there's a bunch of dirt and grime just floating around in here. It's dirty. I mean, it's bad. Yeah. Let's I'm gonna pop the floats off and just take a look at the needle and see what she says. You know, not so bad actually. You're looking for heavy grooves in there. You can see one. It's not too bad, but it ain't gonna hurt us to replace on any of this stuff, to be honest. She about needs it, so. Time to get the hood off here. And I don't know, you might call it a cowl cover or engine cover upper or bonnet or whatever. It's the thing that does the thing over the stuff. There's 4 9/16 bolts back here, and then usually they're 9/16 up front too, or 14 waffles depending on where you're from. Those look like 3/4 though. Someone's been in there playing. And after that it should just snip right off. I got these Fast and Furious gauges. They don't work. We'll take a gander at them, but in the meantime I'm just gonna snip them, you know. That seems like the right thing to do. Where's my wrench? Wrench! There it is. You know, the guy sure is getting hungry. I better hurry up a little bit. Oh, got snagged up on her. One more, where she's just hiding in here, you know. Ouch. Well, what in the... There. I can't, it ain't working. Sometimes you just gotta get a plier in here. Well, I just can't fit a guy's mitt all the way in here. What do they expect from you? I just can't believe it. Well, I just finally got cloudy enough to take my Ray Charles off. Anywho, when you got a bunch of wires spraying out like this, especially when they're a bunch of different colors, just take your pocket knife and run it through them like that. Be sure to write nothing down. If you're going to try to take one of these here units off altogether, especially if your tank's full of fuel like mine, you're going to want to get a friend or two because they're heavy, and I ain't kidding you. So I'm going to do the right thing and just try to get her out myself. Come on. You gotta ease it this way. I don't think I'm going to clear the steering wheel here. The steering wheel off. Yep, that's fine. I planned on that. Anyway, all that you've missed is I've made up about 4 new cuss words. Snuck her under the steering wheel here. She wasn't coming off. So back to what I was saying, if you want to ruin your back, just do this yourself. You know, just get a hold of her. Yeah, Bring her up. Like that. Get her out of there. Now that that's out of there, guys got some room to, you know, get in here and do something. So, no better time than now to change the old sparkulators out. Gets right down on them, you know. Let's see what we got. Looks just fine. We'll replace it anyway, because, well, we already bought the other ones. Sure. Whatever. Yep. That's a spark plug. Okay. New ones. Where are you? Help. Where are you? Gapped. That's fine. I mean, it's close enough. Diddle-it. Hip. Torqued. Now that I got her up here on a clean work surface, we'll get this tank out. There's two up here and then there's two on the bottom. They're kind of offset. The belly, she hangs up over top here and then down on the bottom back here. I'm sure that doesn't make sense, but it's fine. Just go with it. I think I need a longer extension. Just can't reach nothing. I'm gonna take this off. Oh, she was on there nice and tight. Oh, come on now. Hey, let's get out of here. What are you doing? Let's just get down. Get down. Yep. There we go. Boy, she's about full, you know. Got the tank all lipsticked up here, and you know, she looks brand new now, you know. And basically all I did was dump all the old fuel out in an environmental friendly container behind the shop here. Rhymes with dirt. And yeah, she was full of crud. I mean, I ain't even kidding you. In the last video I said someone was growing potatoes in there. That's pretty true. And I've been there. You know, you're on the farm and you say, I'm gonna top her off, you know, and then you smell the gas and it smells good, but when you dump her out, she's got hay and gravel and other stuff. And then I got the fuel shutter downer 200 over here, and I cleaned the sock filter out that had crud in it, wiped her down a little bit. And then I was gonna go ahead and clean up this fuel line too. Mainly because I'm just procrastinating from doing real work. Take this sticky pad from my DA sander, plop her on your hand here, and you just run her over the line like this, and a couple minutes, this thing will look brand new. Don't be dipped. Don't forget your 92-cent Walmart goop on here. You know, you don't want to chintz out when you get to the finish line. Get in there. That seems to work pretty slick. Let's see. Yep. Let's use my finger meter. That's about correct. Boop. Well, we got her down, you know. A guy cleaned out the air cleaner, and I used this gunk fast blast trigger brake cleaner. Works really good. I ain't kidding you. She's like a garden hose. It just flushed that right out. And I put some more new good used oil in the bottom of that breather, so that's fine. Well, I got all this elbow room. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get this new carburetor put into place. I did notice right off the bat that the idle screw armature here, she was bent out. You know, you can't bend this peg to meet the screw because she'll snap off. So I got a plier in here and did the right thing and just kind of moved her around. And we'll plop her up, and then we'll talk about the 3 screws. That's really all there is on this. Adjust it and kind of let you know where I set them, and then we're one step closer to making this thing fire again. Thank goodness. Well, the guy was feeling around down in here, and sure enough, there wasn't even one of these here intake gaskets on the intake. And I mean, I'm sure she had a crack bigger than J-Lo at the Super Bowl halftime show, so make sure you get one of these guys in there. We'll slide this on and bolt her up. Get on in there. Yeah. 647,000 degrees later, I got the steering wheel off, so you know, it should be easier to plop the hood back on now with that out of the way. It's hot. Great. Grand. Back to my favorite part, which is blowing out your E14 and hoisting this puppy up here and trying to plop her on. This one's a little more difficult because she's got the whirly-woo hydraulic pumpulator hanging out the front. So you got to ease it down the front of the radiator. But now that we got the steering wheel out, that might help. Okay, here we go. That's, ouch, as heavy as expected. You just got to, there's a lot of finesse in those. Finesse it down. You just got to take it easy, you know. I don't know. I mean, it seems like it's on. It's good enough. Yep. This way? That way. There we go. Take the old Tanya Harding and just seat her. Seated. And then somewhere there's a washer and a nut, but I'm not going to worry about that. Well, I really wish I didn't have to put the old California back on, but my neighbor hate level, she's up there, so I'm going to slide this back in. Something like that. And I'm not sure how to start. Well, we'll put the clampulator on it, and then I'll put the old down here on the manifold. Yep, clan. Here we go. 84 octane. Definitely not what you want to run, but we're going to let her eat on it anyway, because it's all I got. Oh man, I don't know if we're going to make this. Oh, she's leaking badly. That's fine. I mean, it'll buff out. Oh, dang it. Always something. Let's hook our peepers in here now and see what happens when I open the fuel now. Oh yeah, see, she fills right up. A lot better fuel flow down the Gidgemoo. So that's a good sign. Here she is all buttoned up. Earlier we were going to talk about the 3 screws. There's one behind here. That's the idle speed screw. Then you got your idle mixture, don't you know? And then your main mixture. I call these the power valve because that's when you're in the throttle. That guy there. And how I like to set these up initially is 3 turns on the idle speed, 1 on the idle mix, and 1 on the main valve. And she should fire on that, and then we'll play with her. And one thing to remember is the idle mixture in is rich, but out is rich on the main valve. So they're opposite. In on idle, out on main. And once we get her fired, first thing we're going to do is set the old idle on the girl, and then we're going to, we'll dial in the mixture on her, but let's see if we can get her fired up first, and we'll go from there. Whoop. Okay. Well, she is a touch cold out, so I think we'll start with just a dab of choke. And I'm going to run her off idle at first, see if she barks at us here. Fuel is on. Idle set way too low. I'm going to idle it up. now we can adjust the mixture. Let's see if she fires right off, you know. Yeah. So I mean, you know, that's close enough for now. I'm gonna put her to work and then a guy can feel her out a little bit once you start dragging some snow and scooping and whatnot. But while she's warm, I'm gonna dump some coolant in her, top that off, and then we still got enough daylight. I'm gonna put her to work. Mazel. You know, I'm pretty happy with her so far. She's out there running like a Swiss watch in a display case. I ain't kidding you. I'm gonna move the service truck out of the way and then I'm gonna scoop a little bit. But the sun, you know, she's going to bed, so I gotta hurry up here. It's go time. Well, that works slicker than snot. I mean, I got all this plowed out and did everything I wanted to, and just in the nick of time. Meatloaf's only warm once, fellers, and I ain't kidding you. Anyway, there's plenty of work left to do on the girl. If you've got some things you want to see, bleep bloop them down in the comments. Help me out there a little bit. And if you haven't subscribed by now, I mean, I don't know. I can't explain that at all. Hit the website. We got capitulators and back rags and stickers and some other stuff. And if you haven't checked out the members, that's pretty neat. Guy ought to do that too. Thanks for watching as always. I appreciate all of you very, very much. And we'll see you next time. Moses, I'm hungry.